And welcome back. We are about to venture off into our second segment for the morning, something very dear to us. Why? Because of Belizean heritage. That's why. Belikin limited edition bottles. Now, I'll tell you what, these things will actually be launched this coming Friday. We've got the folks in to tell us all about it. We've got in with us to tell us about all these paintings, Gilvano, Swasey. Now he is actually, then I brought my paper here because I need to check the art curator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
You always have to clarify what hat he's wearing at
true.
any given time. Yeah.
And also in with us is Belikin brand coordinator Jayson Solis. Guys, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
It's
Thanks for
nice
having
to
us.
have you in.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You know, one of the things we discussed this morning was actually colors, right, Marlene? We were
Yes.
talking about colors, and we've got a wide variety right here, right now, in front of us. We're actually doing this launch right here on TV right now.
Live on 5.
So guys, this is something new to us. It is something that is dear to us. It's actually Belizean heritage. We could relate to it. Let's get down to where the idea came from to eventually do something like this. Gilvano?
Okay, you want me to start? Well, I was called by Shelley Boyne. I do a lot of work with her and creative stuff. We do what is called random act of culture.
Really?
Where she'd probably pass a wall and saw some graffiti in it and said, Gilvano, how can we make something beautiful out of that? So when she called me and she said, Michael had spoken to her, they want to do something very unique. You've seen some of the Belikin ads that we've done. Very beautiful. I mean, I think it's on the level of tourist board in a sense where people want to come and you want to travel in your own country.
Yeah.
And she said, you know what? We've always been working with artists in different projects. We do the Street Art Festival in Placencia, Street Art Festival in Belize City. Last year, Sprite sponsored the Chalk Street Art section. And we said, well, let's do something sexy with the Belikin bottle. We already have a beautiful product inside. Let's make it look even better. Add some color, how we're going to approach it, right? So that was the idea. The thing was trying to figure out which artists to use because we have so many talented artists. So I had recently finished my project with Naya, as you remember, and we did Art After Dark last year with the Placencia Sidewalk Festival. And this is an event and a space and a place where all artists usually gather.
Yeah.
And so we said, well, let's look at the artists that we used in that project. And amazingly, the ones that we picked also cover the whole geography of Belize. We have Papo, who floats between Corozal and San Pedro, right? You have Terrell Godoy and myself. Terrell floats between Belize City and San Pedro.
And you float between reality and
surreality. Correct. I don't know if that's legal, but. And then we have Walter Castillo and Jorge Landero. They're in Cayo Bullet Tree area. We have Anton Leslie, Ernest Garcia, Greta Leslie. They're Placencia South, right? And then we have Gela, which is in Los Lagos, which is in the middle, right? So we had artists from all over, each with a different style, a different feeling, a different touch on Belizean culture and what is Belize.
And for Jayson, how big is this, especially with the Belikin branding? What does this mean for Belikin?
Well, for us, our campaign this year is Only in a Belize. And so for Belikin, we've always had a tradition of supporting Belizean artists. For example, the Belikin Bash. And so this is another iteration of that, whereby we get to bring our Belizean artists into the spotlight and have that marriage between Belizeans, Belize on the bottle, and Belikin. And so this is big for us. We're very proud of it. Obviously these are very beautiful. And so we're super excited to have this available to the Belizeans and tourists to collect while it's out, because it's limited edition. So
Now, isn't this a bit risky? Because you do realize, like when I received mine, I only look at it. I can't bring myself to drink it because they're so beautiful.
Right. Well, you could, and I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned drinking it, because people think that it's just a bottle.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but there's beer inside. I just want everyone to know there's beer
I can tell
inside.
that by the weight.
And so you could drink it and put it up. But these are amazing, and so I don't know if we'll have enough. So get it while it's
When
hot.
you say limited edition, how many bottles are being produced?
I don't know if
Is that top secret? We can't
Should
talk
we
about
say-
it?
we have 5,000 cases.
Okay.
5,000 cases, and based on how it goes, we may or may not produce more. We'll see.
Yeah.
But for now, it's 5,000 cases, and so that's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
How satisfied are you with the I mean, you have a vision of something, and when you finally see your Belikin dressed in this beautiful Belizean art, what was the reaction?
Well, Gilvano did a great job,
Yeah.
and Shelley did a great job in terms of the art. And Javiz, I must give Javiz all the props as well, because this came together much better than any of us imagined. And so to see the artists and to see that the way that they put together, because when they were, and me and Gilvano talked about this, when they were painting the art, they had to have the vision that it was going on the wall.
Wrap around.
And it was going to wrap around. So for example, Terrell, as you can see, the label comes in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so to me, that is amazing. And the one with
Well, which one? With Greta.
Greta, where the Maya ruin is in the
Right
middle.
there in the
Right
middle.
on
Yeah.
top.
Perfect.
So to have that come together, I mean, it's great.
Ooh, look at this. The sun is right above.
Yes, right above it.
Logo.
That's a pop-up.
So this is commissioned work.
Yes, commission
for
work
the bottles.
for the bottles.
Oh.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that as much as we needed to be something that could wrap around, the artists, they had total independence in a sense. Now, we could have made it easy and just printed a canvas with the label and you paint around it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be a Papo, I wanted to be a Greta, I wanted to be a Walter,
Yes.
right? So, and as you can see, we have a couple of the original works here. The artist painted their piece. We
As normal, not in a specific shape.
Correct. And I just had to go the canvas with the dimensions that will fit for the wraparound. I love the Walter. If you look, the divers diving into the bear. Amazing.
Into the Maya room.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly,
yes.
exactly, right? I mean, each one you saw, the Papa with the beautiful sunrise. I mean, you can't go wrong. So each one, even though they were very independent, they still had the look, the feel of the product.
So commissioned work is funny because you provide a theme to someone and you're already boxing them in a bit.
Yes.
So tell us, because you can give us your artist experience. How did you allow your art piece to still be representative of the type of work that you do and still fitting within the theme?
Okay, well, like I mentioned, first of all, we didn't print a label for them to go around, which would have been easy for Javiz. I'm sure Javiz wants to kill me sometimes because I make sure that the painting was there, and
So
she had
Gilvano is in
yes,
because he'll be shy.
I think she actually made the label to accommodate the artist. Usually we have to accommodate someone else.
Yeah.
To accommodate the artist, they made the label a little smaller, right? So the artwork just pops even more. But I did the size. We did a printout using a painting from someone before, right? So they could get a feel of it.
Okay.
But like after that, it was totally open.
And you put chi on your bottle.
I put chi in
Yeah,
it.
chi's
Yes,
right
yes.
there.
That's
Yes.
actually
That's so great.
yeah, that's actually from a photo I took about 5 years ago when he and the guys, they usually come to my house on New Year's Day to do Jankuno dance,
Yes.
right? So that's a photo that's from a real life experience.
So Gilvano, you know these artists on a personal note. Have they seen the product as yet? And what are the thoughts? What are they thinking about as we speak?
Well, they haven't seen the real bottles yet. We've had photos of them sent to them. We have had them first computer generated. Shelley got some 3D samples done before we printed it, so we were happy with the look and so forth. But they're very excited because beyond getting paid for the artwork, they're going to get a selection of the bottles, which is already limited. And we have a small copy of the painting for them to have. We're going to have a big dinner for them at Naya in Placencia, where they can bring their loved ones with them, and we're going to celebrate with them. All of who can be there will be there, and we're going to celebrate with them. So they're very excited. I mean, I think we might have an issue with only doing 5,000. I think we might sell half of that in Placencia this weekend.
Well, there is an official launch on Friday
On
taking
Friday
place
night.
at Naya.
At Naya, yes.
Which is kickstarting the art festival taking
correct.
place in
Correct.
Placencia.
And then for the weekend, I mean the Saturday and Sunday for the actual art festival, we'll have a booth with the actual artworks. The limited edition will be in sales. The artists will be around. They can sign the bottle, which triples the value. I'm thinking about buying a couple and sell it on the side. Just don't tell Shelley. But but yeah, you will get the full experience. There's nothing like talking to the artists and meeting them and having their feel of the whole project.
Can I ask a question? Was it necessary for them to be drinking Belikin for the inspiration when painting?
Well, no,
That
but
wasn't a part of the
that
rules?
wasn't a part of the rule. But I'll be honest. I do. I was talking to John
My
yesterday.
art on Belikin.
Okay,
That could have
that's
been
true. But I do. If I'm working with a product, I would like to get a feel of it in all aspects: the touch, the taste, the smell. Right? You want to make sure you put the trueness of it.
So what you're saying is you sniffed Belikin while you painted?
Well, a little sip. Yeah. For example, sorry, I want to point out Greta's one. I think
Belikin
Greta, Las Brujas. It's like the witches. They're brewing up something amazing. But what Greta does here is that she includes the Mayan mythology and the Mayan, custom with Ixchel, the goddess of medicine.
Yes.
Right? And there's one thing that I noticed afterwards. There's so many things happening in here. There's a rabbit in here. In Mayan mythology, in Mayan history and so forth, the rabbit represents the Mayan scribe, someone who takes down notes.
Wow.
So he's probably taking down the recipes that the brujas are doing.
Okay.
You see something you didn't
And
even
the
see.
snake?
The snake is a representation of medicine. The snake, it's only in the Bible that the snake gets a bad rap. But the snake, if you look at all the hospital signs, there's this staff with the snakes
With the
going
snake
around.
around, that's
because
right.
the snakes represents renewal. It sheds its skin. It becomes something new, a new life, like being reborn. So this is not just a regular bottle. This is history. This is culture. This is identity. Terrell does this beautiful street that we title Lovely Lane with this couple on it. But the
And
street,
it's so
And the cat.
representative of his man at work phase when he used to
exactly,
just
bring
see him
it
in
back.
front of a street painting.
yeah, but the cool thing is that everybody recognizes the street, but the
Yeah.
street does not exist. It's all from his head. He picks houses from different spots. But
You know
it's
what's cool?
Uh-huh.
The streets are cement in his new paintings.
Did you see?
That will be how you will look at the different eras of his work
Of his
later on.
work, exactly. You see the transition of the artist. But like I'm saying, the painting is so sterile, you get lost in it. You don't have to. It doesn't even have to be so real. It's so good.
And we could actually, we know Terrell. Terrell is actually, he's an artist. He sings,
Musician,
he
everything.
plays instruments, he does everything. And as a matter of fact, in his writings, he said, you know what? Many a times I try to move away from painting, but painting
Always,
always
All
comes
about
to
me.
me. What was it like working along with him? Then again, getting him to try and do that.
Well, no, he hasn't painted for a good while. He's done little scratches now and again. I'll be honest. He's been doing more of his music.
Man
in
at
South
work.
Asia. Yeah, man at work. I love his music. Reggae boss, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, my favorite.
But his painting is very nostalgic. Everybody, we see the landscape changing every so often. So when I told him about it, he's like, seriously? And actually, we had done a Coca-Cola 50 years, and he had won that competition. We did a little prize thing. This one wasn't. It was like all free. But Terrell was excited. I actually have photos of him painting it right in front of the gallery when he brought it. And this little dog was thrown in like 2 seconds afterwards because he was just crossing the street while Terrell was carrying the painting. Because traditionally the black bird was his thing, right?
Yes.
But we got the patlica this time, the national animal of Belize.
Oh,
Only in a Belize. Only in a Belize. All
You know,
right?
one of the things I want to jump to as well, because a lot of people might say, and this is for you, Jay, a lot of people might say, you know what, I do drink, but Belikin is actually at arm's length, so I'll just probably not have this one. I want to get something else. Why is it? What's the importance and the significance of Belikin, Jay?
Well, for Belize, Belikin is part of the national identity. From Corozal to Dangriga, and we're proud of that. To have been here for next year is going to be our 50 years anniversary. And so we're proud to be a part of Belize's national identity. Belikin is, as we said, Belikin is an ambassador for Belize. Anyone abroad or at home recognizes Belikin as almost like, that our friend back home.
Correct.
And so, that to me, that is what Belikin is, part of our culture, part of our heritage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, man. You have people, who they take the Belikin pint, they carry it with the States. My brother carry a bottle cap if he have to, right? But now, look at this, right? So that is my issue. I think we'll definitely have to do more because the beauty of this...
all our viewers who are not living in Belize are already calling their family and saying,
get me one of those. Get me one of those.
I have a friend who lives all the way in Japan, a good friend of mine. We grew up together in Punta Gorda. and this guy yesterday sent a picture with a Belikin stout in Japan.
You see?
And he's actually having a nice time actually drinking Belikin stout all the way in Japan. This is to tell you, the way we feel when it comes to that heritage of Belikin and Belikin being a part of what we do on an everyday basis. Are these bottles returnable after I drink one of these beers? Can I take that back to the store and try to get another one?
No, therefore you to keep.
Yeah.
It'd be rather silly to do that.
Why would you want to return it? Why would you want to return
But
it?
in case you're getting any ideas,
Yeah.
there's no increased value if you take it back.
Yeah,
And if I need to have
You're
the
just really losing out on the value of keeping it.
Correct. Bring them to me. I'll buy them.
For the entire collection, I want to make sure that I have them on my shelf because this is a part of Belize's heritage. They're wonderful art. Made 100% Belizean. If I want the entire collection, how many bottles, how many paintings?
Okay, it's 12. We did 12 pieces, and we'll have them like in 6-packs. So you buy
Yeah.
2 6-packs.
Yeah.
All right. And I guess I'm not so sure how hard it will be, but I guess when we're selling, at the center, can you select what you want, or does 6-pack comes? I guess we'll have to. Because we'll end up selling out maybe just more than
we'll
one.
try to
design.
have it distributed
Mix up.
evenly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you
So,
get that if you
sorting.
buy 2 6-packs, you get one of each.
One of
Yeah.
each,
Is
exactly.
the cost different?
Yes, the cost is different, and the cost is only different because of the cost of the sleeves.
Okay.
And so it's just to compensate for that. The cost of one will be $60 without GST a case, $60 without GST, $67.50 with GST.
Oh, okay.
And they're investment bottles. So
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? Gilvano and I have already started to decide how you'll order the beers, right? So I'll ask for pasta papo.
Okay, exactly. Pass it, Papa.
And you'll.
I will say, get me the Greta.
Okay.
All right.
What are you
Grab-
going for?
Me, I'll go for the Belikin Brujas.
Ooh, you see? You see?
And Jayson, what are you going for?
Pass me material.
Pass it, Terrell.
I like the dreadless Rasta more, but he does have dreads.
Yeah. You got grab me the gala too.
Give me the gala.
Give me the gala.
I don't know if you're going
But
to say.
they don't taste different, right? So no, the artist didn't
same-
have any kind of influence
same.
on the taste of the beer.
Same great Belikin.
Belikin flavor. So do we get to taste this beer right now?
Well,
we
I,
get to.
I would love to. Can we?
Can we
Is it
prove that
allowed?
there's beer inside?
Yes, let's
Yeah,
prove
yeah.
that there's beer. I think the time is
Let's
What is
do
it?
it.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
somewhere, yeah. Well, they said you can't drink all day if you don't start early.
Good to know.
And there's no working during drinking time.
Oh, exactly. I'm not working, Marlene.
And I'm sure that one of the things at the Belize Brewing Company, drink responsibly.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So definitely, that's one of the things we should know. There we go with the Brujas.
You want the
So
Brujas?
they are printed only on the Belikin beer.
Yeah, these are vinyls that are shrink wrapped on it, right?
Yeah.
Only on
yeah.
the beer, yeah, not
only
stout,
on the
only
beer. Yeah. So not the stout or any of the other
just
flavored
beer.
versions.
Sorry, yeah. And these are like what you'll do when you buy a new tennis. You'll drink it, then you wipe it up and put it back up in the
And
box.
put the cover
Put the cover
back
on, correct.
Make sure the covers are on.
Maybe
Dave.
even put some water in there to make it
That's true.
feel like
Alright,
it's full.
yeah.
So I don't know who
This
has
is the
had one
first.
of these since they came out, but here is the
So
Belikin.
I have the Walter Castile.
You have the Walter?
Tell me what you guys have.
I
You
have
got
the-
your.
I have Belikin
Brujas.
Belikin Brujas.
I have the Kelvin Biza, which is Spirit of the Gods.
All right, and this is the Debbie Cooper, one of Shelley's favorites.
Ooh,
Yes.
with the
Alright.
toucan on top.
Toucan, yeah.
So that means you have to have 2 beers.
If one can, two can. Cheers, guys.
Cheers to
To a beautiful
Belikin
product.
Limited Edition.
Only in a Belize.
Only in a Belize.
Yeah. Tastes better.
It does. Actually, it does.
It's there.
I was afraid we would have to pour it out in the glass, which I didn't want to, but I'm glad we go from the bottle.
All right, so it doesn't change the flavor.
It does not change the flavor.
In your mind, maybe, because if you're inspired by art,
That's
things
true.
may taste a bit different. I don't know.
You might get a new
Now
line of
really-
art coming
now,
out.
Now the beer's really hitting me.
Correct.
And there's also a little printed booklet. Does this
Yep.
come with all the purchases, or?
No, this will be at the launches.
Only at the launch.
It's a beautiful
Alright.
catalog that documents the artists, shows who they are, a little story about them, and a little bit about the process. So it's a historical document, a cultural document.
Which is very good to have in your collection. So
correct.
this is nice. And now imagine having all the bottles, all 12, and you've got your booklet as well. There's a story to be told right there. Let's talk about the launch though. What's going to happen the launch night, this Friday night at Naya?
All right, so launch night, we will have at least 10 of the artists at the Naya Resort. for the gala night on Friday. Gilvano will be there. He'll be
there.
co-emceeing with John.
I'll be there.
You know,
John, you'll be there. Marlene, will you be there?
we will have the bottles available for everyone that attends. We will be giving away free bottles. So every beer that you get to drink will be in one of these. There is also a dinner that Naya is hosting. I believe that ticket goes for 69.
69, the year 1969.
Right. So, and then you'll get dinner, and we'll have music there. The Persuaders? The Persuaders,
yes.
Will be there.
Persuaders will be performing there. So you're looking at a great night and a great night of art, and all the artists will be there for you to take pictures with and talk to
And sign your bottles.
Sign your bottles. And it's
Exactly.
Valentine's weekend, so I mean, another perfect gift for Valentine's
You
weekend.
said free bottles?
Yes.
Yes.
Like free beer or
Free beer.
free,
Free
empty
beer.
bottles?
Free beer.
No free
Free
beer.
beer.
We
Oh.
don't.
Beer
It's a
with
part
bottles.
of, okay.
It's a part of it.
And we start at what time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7
yeah.
o'clock, and we go until about 11.
And we
Is
also
there limited tickets available?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think they were what, at 150?
On 150.
150, they probably sold 100 already, so we got limited.
So get your tickets
Get your
now.
tickets now.
your
Yeah.
tickets
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the weekend, we'll be in Placencia on the sidewalk, as Gilvano stated, that we'll have a tent, special tent for the Belikin limited edition, and we will be retailing the bottles for $6 each under that tent. So come out, get your 6 packs,
Get it signed.
and so that you could have your bragging rights.
Correct.
Yeah.
For
I get all
for-
12.
get a 12 pack.
Get a 12. No, man, I want
Get
kiss.
a 12 pack. You get a
I was going to
case.
say get all 12 bottles that are
Okay.
printed.
Yes,
yeah.
along
So
with your
that's what I'm
booklet,
talking
please.
about, yeah.
Isn't it like 24 hours in a day, 24 beer in a case? I mean, the coincidence is
A
so
beer
good, no?
an hour. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying? Remember, at the Belize Brewing Company, we remind you to drink responsibly.
Yes,
All
yes,
right?
that's true.
It is definitely something dear to our hearts, dear to Belize,
Yes.
Belizean heritage. When it comes to Belikin beer, I could tell you this: 100% malted barley and hops. Sugar from, of course, right here in Belize. This is a Belize 100% Belizean-made product by Belizeans.
Brewmasters Belizean, owners are Belizean, all the workers are Belizean. I mean, you can't
The
go
art?
wrong. The art is
The art
Belizean.
is Belizean. My
I
gosh.
think I complained with Shelly. I mean, I know we're running with the only Ina Belize team, but she had this beautiful branding that I don't see as much, where it said Belikin beer is made of Belize, not in Belize, made of, because of all the thing it encompasses, right? I mean, that has so much more feeling, no? When you said something like you eat on rice and beans, the
Right.
coconut milk, everything is totally Belizean. Don't like you just can't buy it, you can't get the rice crust, the water,
Yeah.
right? But this is made of Belize. The flavor, the feeling, the people who deliver it to you, right? So it's one of the most beautiful products. And we're saying drink responsibly, but I know many people who don't drink are going to buy these bottles too.
Of course.
Right? Because it is,
Collector's
yeah,
items.
it is a work of art. I might buy it, they have those little lazy Susans where you spin around. I buy one with the little machine and I just put mine on my table where turn around all day.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah. yeah. and I love the test you give yourself that you're going to try not to drink it. That's
I will
even more
try.
impressive to see.
That might be the harder
The
part.
official launch. Now, if somebody can't make it to Naya, where will they be able to get the limited edition bottles?
Well, we'll also be launching in Belize City
Okay.
at the Belize City Art Festival, the 24th.
Okay.
On Albert Street. So we'll have a tent there as well. And if you still don't make it out to that, then we will have these bottles available at selected retailers
Okay.
to be announced on Facebook and Instagram afterwards.
If we're going
Alright.
left. If we're going left.
Right. If we have
All right, so you may have to hunt for them. So definitely get to either the art festival in Placencia or in Belize City if you want to guarantee you'll be able to get your 12 limited edition Belikin beer.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming in, and great initiative here. I think one of the things you said earlier is so important, that you've used the Belikin Bash to work with
Yeah.
musical artists, and
Belizean
now
musical
working
artists,
with the
Painters.
different form of artists now, and I think that's such a great way to show your support for them. So thank you.
Thank you too.
All right,
Appreciate it.
we're gonna go ahead now and take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about an upcoming blood drive. So stay tuned.